Hi there everyone, and welcome to Fingers, Fums and Fits. In this episode of Trying to Paint Inside the Lines, I will be painting the Chief ARP Warden William Hodges from the Dad's Army Home Guard Platoon set by Warlord Games. And as before, just to quickly get the caveats out of the way. I am not used to painting historical minis, nor in 28mm scale, so this is a learning adventure for me. Also, I paint with Citadel paints, but I will provide a Vallejo conversion in the video description. So with that out of the way, let's see if I can keep the paint inside the lines. I started off by spraying the models, but using two colors. I sprayed the uniformed mini with Chaos Black, and I opted for Mechanicus Standard Gray for the civilian mini. Also, if you're wondering why the bases are green, that'll be because I used liquid green stuff to fill in any gaps. This will be a bit of a common sight on the minis. However, as the uniformed mini will be painted in much the same way as the previous models, the Vicar and the Verger, we will be focusing on the civilian model for most of this video. But, I painted the uniformed model up to the stage of the wash. I have also painted the trousers of the civilian model in this manner. Now, let's get some color on Warden Hodges. I started by painting his coat with Steel Legion Drab, and continuing with a familiar skin tone, Kislev flesh on his skin, and Doombull brown on his hair. Before I gave the model, except his legs, a liberal wash of Agrax Earthshade. Oh, and I decided I was indeed going to paint his eyebrows, with the same color as his hair. When this was dry, I re-layered the skin tone and coat colors, avoiding the recesses where the wash had settled, and painted his shirt cuffs and collar with gray Seer, before adding a bit of shading with Apothecary white. And now for some highlights, all of which are shown in this one step. Firstly, I highlighted the skin with Kislev flesh, the coat with Karak stone, the shirt with Corax white, and finally Eshin gray on the black areas. And speaking of highlighting the black areas, we are now going to switch our focus to the uniformed model, as we are now pretty much done with the civilian mini. And this uniformed model was highlighted in the same way as the trousers in the previous step. And his pouch, shoulder strap, and chin strap, were painted with Steel Legion Drab, before getting a wash of Seraphim Sepia, and a highlight of Karak stone. Now, I think we need to turn our attention to that iconic ARP helmet, which was painted with gray Seer. The W insignia was picked out with Abaddon black. The helmet was then washed with Apothecary white, before getting an edge highlight of Corax white. And I think we can now call these done, so all that's left is to base to match the rest of the minis in the set. And once again, I opted for a concrete/tarmac base. But it's up to you. So, what do we think? Did I manage to keep the paint inside the lines? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again for the next one. Have a great day everyone, and I'll see you later.